Have you ever wondered how the spark of consciousness first ignited? This age-old question has puzzled and fascinated us as we grapple with the enigma of our own awareness. Embarking on this exploration, we delve into the intricacies of consciousness, a topic that has captivated philosophers, scientists, and thinkers across the millennia. It's a journey that takes us from the dawn of life to the complexities of modern cognition. Join us as we trace the evolution of consciousness, from the first glimmers in the primordial soup to the complex awareness we experience today. To understand consciousness, we must travel back to the very beginning. Picture the first forms of life, simple creatures without complex brains, merely reacting to their environment. These primitive organisms were not conscious in the way we understand it today. They were devoid of self-awareness, devoid of thought, devoid of emotion. Yet they were the first stepping stones on the path to consciousness. Let's dive deeper. Some of the earliest theories on the origin of consciousness suggest it emerged as an evolutionary survival mechanism. Imagine a simple life form in the primordial soup, a creature that could sense its environment. It could detect light and darkness, heat and cold, safe and dangerous. These rudimentary senses were the precursors to consciousness. They helped the creature navigate its world, find food, avoid predators, and ultimately survive. Over time, as life forms became more complex, these senses evolved. They became more refined, more nuanced. And with this evolution came a new development, the first glimmers of consciousness. This was not the rich, complex consciousness we humans experience. It was a basic awareness, a simple understanding of the world and the creature's place within it. Fast forward millions of years, and we find the first animals with brains. These creatures were capable of more than just reacting to their environment. They could learn from their experiences, they could remember, they could plan. They had a sense of self, a sense of other. This was a major leap forward in the evolution of consciousness. Yet, consciousness did not stop evolving there. It continued to grow, to expand, to deepen. It became more complex, more intricate, more profound. With each step forward in evolution, consciousness became more sophisticated, more nuanced, more richly textured. So when we talk about the dawn of consciousness, we're not talking about a single moment in time. We're talking about a gradual process, a slow evolution, a journey that has taken us from the simplest life forms to the complex beings we are today. It's a journey that is still ongoing, for consciousness is not a static entity. It's dynamic, ever-changing, ever-evolving. As life evolved, so did the complexity of consciousness. Fast forward to the emergence of Homo sapiens, and we see a leap in consciousness. With the advent of this species, cognitive capabilities took a quantum leap. The human mind was no longer simply a survival tool. It became a crucible for thought, creativity, and introspection. Our ancestors began to develop a sense of self, a recognition of existence beyond the physical realm. This self-awareness was a pivotal evolutionary milestone, a trait that set us apart from other species. It's in this self-awareness that we find the seeds of what we now know as consciousness. As Homo sapiens began to band together in social groups, another key component of consciousness emerged: intersubjectivity. This is the shared, collective understanding of the world around us, a consensus reality built from countless individual perspectives. It's a fascinating phenomenon, one that has shaped our societies, our cultures, and our very understanding of reality. Language, too, has played an instrumental role in the rise of human consciousness. It provided a medium for our ancestors to share their thoughts, experiences, and emotions, to communicate the abstract and the tangible. In doing so, it helped to shape our collective consciousness, to create a shared understanding of the world and our place in it. Over time, our brains evolved to become more complex, more capable of abstract thought and introspection. We began to question our existence, to ponder the mysteries of the universe, and to seek answers to life's most profound questions. We developed the ability to imagine, to dream, to create. We learnt to express our thoughts and emotions through art, music, and literature, to share our innermost selves with the world. And so the human mind, with its intricate consciousness, was taking shape. A consciousness shaped by evolution, by language, by social interaction. A consciousness that has allowed us to explore the depths of the universe, to create works of unimaginable beauty, and to ponder the very nature of our existence. The human mind, with its intricate consciousness, was taking shape. The rise of civilizations brought a new layer to consciousness culture. As our ancestors began to cluster into communities and societies, they started to create shared systems of beliefs, values, and behaviors. This cultural layer, which was absent in earlier forms of consciousness, now became a vital component of human consciousness. This isn't just about art, music, or food, but also about shared understandings of right and wrong, of our place in the universe, and of what it means to be human. Religion played a significant part in this cultural evolution. It gave structure to our understanding of the world around us, providing explanations for the unexplainable and establishing moral and ethical codes. For many, religious beliefs became a core part of their conscious identity, shaping their perceptions and actions. In parallel, philosophy arose as a tool to probe the depths of human consciousness. Ancient philosophers like Plato and Aristotle, for instance, explored the nature of reality and the human mind. Plato's theory of form suggested that our conscious perceptions are mere shadows of a more profound, absolute reality. Aristotle, on the other hand, argued that consciousness is fundamentally linked to our physical existence, a concept known as hylomorphism. In the East, thinkers like Confucius and Buddha offered their own insights into consciousness. Confucius emphasized the importance of moral self-cultivation, while Buddha taught that consciousness is a flowing stream, constantly changing and evolving. In more recent times, philosophers such as René Descartes and Immanuel Kant continued the exploration of consciousness. Descartes' famous dictum, "I think, therefore I am," posited consciousness as the very essence of our existence. Kant, meanwhile, proposed that our conscious experience is shaped by our innate cognitive structures. These philosophical and religious traditions, along with countless others, have collectively shaped human consciousness. They have provided us with a rich tapestry of ideas and perspectives, challenging us to question, reflect, and grow. Our consciousness, it seems, is a tapestry woven from biology and culture. In the modern era, science has stepped in to unravel the mysteries of consciousness. While philosophers have long pondered the nature of awareness, it is only recently that science has begun to shed light on this complex phenomenon. One approach that has gained traction is from the field of neurobiology. Researchers here propose that consciousness arises from the intricate network of neurons firing in our brains. They suggest that the brain's complexity and its ability to process vast amounts of information give rise to our conscious experience. This idea is backed by studies that have mapped brain activity during different states of consciousness, from alert wakefulness to deep sleep. However, this neurobiological perspective is not without its critics. Some argue that the sheer complexity of the brain does not fully explain the subjective nature of consciousness, the so-called hard problem. In response, a more radical theory has been put forth, one that draws from the realm of quantum physics. Proponents of this view suggest that quantum processes occurring at the microscopic level within our brain cells could be the key to unlocking the mystery of consciousness. This quantum perspective is still highly controversial and, like the neurobiological view, is far from providing a complete explanation. Yet, it demonstrates the breadth and depth of scientific inquiry into consciousness. Despite these attempts, consciousness remains one of the most elusive and debated topics within the scientific community. Some scientists argue that consciousness is a fundamental aspect of the universe, akin to space and time, while others posit it as a byproduct of complex computation within our brains. Each theory brings with it a new set of questions and challenges, reflecting the ongoing nature of scientific discovery. And as technology advances, new tools and techniques will undoubtedly emerge, providing fresh perspectives and insights into this captivating enigma. Science continues to probe the enigma of consciousness, offering tantalizing clues but no definitive answers. The quest to understand consciousness is far from over. It's a journey that continues to inspire, confound, and intrigue us. As we look to the future, we find ourselves on the brink of a new frontier in consciousness. Imagine a world where artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence, where machines not only think, but also feel, perceive, and experience. This is the realm of machine consciousness, an audacious concept that might soon become reality. In this context, Consciousness isn't just about humans anymore, it's about creating entities with their own awareness, their own sense of self. But what does this mean for us? Are we prepared to share the stage of consciousness with non-biological beings? This prospect raises a myriad of ethical and philosophical questions. If we create conscious machines, what rights should they have? What responsibilities do we have towards them? And most importantly, does machine consciousness even equate to human consciousness? The philosopher John Searle once said, "Consciousness is a biological phenomenon. It is as fundamentally biological as photosynthesis, digestion, or mitosis." If we accept this, then perhaps machine consciousness will always be different from ours, an echo rather than a mirror. Yet the future holds the promise of further revelations, of breakthroughs that could change our understanding of consciousness itself. Will we one day find a universal theory of consciousness, one that encompasses both biological and artificial entities? Only time will tell. As we push the boundaries of what we know about consciousness, we find that the mystery only deepens.